Hey Raiders fans, the wait is over. Day 1 of the Las Vegas Raiders rookie minicamp is officially underway, and there's already a buzz in the air. The energy? Electric. The pace? Fast. The competition? Intense. Let's break it all down. But before we dive into the latest updates, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and smash the bell icon so you never miss out on fresh Raiders news. Let's keep the silver and black pride alive every single day. Now, let's get into it. Today's camp gave us our first real look at this year's new talent, and let me tell you, these rookies came to compete. From Ashton Jeanty to Jack Beck and Darian Porter, the field was packed with players showing off their speed and sharp movement. You could feel the difference. Something special is brewing under this new regime. Reporters on the ground are all saying the same thing. This team feels faster, tougher, and hungrier. And that's exactly what we need. These young guys aren't just out there warming up, they're fighting for a spot on the roster. You'll see them flying through drills, pushing hard, and putting it all on the line. One name that's catching early attention? Ashton Jeanty. His movement out there looks smooth, explosive, and polished. He's turning heads already, and it's only day 1. What makes this camp especially interesting is that everything's new. New coaches, new schemes, and new expectations. That means no one's job is safe, and some surprises are bound to happen. Don't be shocked if a few unexpected cuts or trades shake up the lineup in the coming weeks. Even some lesser-known names like Luke Felix Fulalo, an offensive tackle out of Hawaii, are getting their shot. Not all of these guys are household names yet, but this is their chance to prove they belong, and they're making the most of it. Let's talk about what really stood out at the Las Vegas Raiders rookie minicamp. And yes, Ashton Jeanty is once again stealing the spotlight. This guy isn't just showing up, he's showing out. The quickness, the cuts, the sharp reactions, everything about him screams next-level talent. But before we go deep on Jeanty, let's not overlook the big guys up front. One lineman who caught eyes was number 63, an interior offensive lineman who's played both center and guard. At 6 feet 3 inches and 322 pounds, he's built for the trenches, and he's moving with surprising agility. There's something different about this group. Even number 68, another large-bodied tackle, looked ready to compete. You can already tell this offseason is going to be full of surprises. Now back to Jeanty. What we're seeing from him isn't just skill, it's instincts. Even in these early, non-padded drills, his movement is smoother and quicker than what we saw from last year's running back group. Compared to veterans like Zamir White or Amir Abdullah, Jeanty just has that it factor. His change of direction, his footwork, it's all just more explosive. One moment that really stood out? A simple drill where the coach faked a step to the right and Jeanty immediately adjusted, cutting back with perfect timing and balance. That's not just talent. That's vision, that's reaction, that's football IQ. There's a reason fans are getting excited. If Jeanty keeps this up, he could become a serious weapon in the Raiders' offense, one that adds a whole new dynamic to the run game. And while Jeanty's performance is turning heads, the entire running back group looks like it could be stronger this season. Players like Raheem Mostert bring speed and experience. He might not be the main guy, but give him 50 touches. That could mean explosive plays, maybe even a game-changing touchdown or two. He's a perfect fit for Chip Kelly's up-tempo style. Let's not forget names like Sincere McCormick, who showed flashes before getting injured, or Dylan Lobb, who has speed but just needs time to adapt. This year, there's competition, there's energy, and, more importantly, there's opportunity. The rookie camp is already shaping the future, and trust me, it looks fast, fearless, and full of potential. Let's keep it rolling, Raider Nation, because the buzz isn't just about the running backs anymore. There's growing excitement around the quarterback room, and honestly, it might surprise a few people this season. Last year, this position group lacked depth and direction. This year, it's a different story. With young talent stepping in, there's real potential for the future. One of the names drawing early attention is Cam Miller, a rookie with raw tools and serious upside. He's wearing number 5 at camp, and while he's still learning the ropes, you can already see the flashes. His footwork, his arm strength, his field vision, there's something there. He may not be ready to lead the offense yet, and sure, he might struggle a bit during preseason. But the foundation is solid, and that matters, and let's be real. Developing a young quarterback takes time. Not everyone walks in and dominates. But Miller's ceiling? It's high. If he gets the right coaching and stays focused, he could absolutely become part of the Raiders' long-term plan. Of course, conversations around the quarterback spot still include Aidan O'Connell. While some fans remain high on him, there are valid concerns, particularly around his mobility. In today's game, being a stationary target isn't a great look. Defenses are faster than ever, and quarterbacks have to adapt or fall behind. Time will tell how O'Connell fits into this new system. Now, shifting from quarterbacks to defense, let's talk about Darian Porter, another intriguing rookie. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and change, Porter's physical presence is undeniable. He's wearing number 26 in camp, and when you watch him next to others, it's clear. This guy is long, lean, and athletic. What makes him really stand out, though, is his speed. Reports say he ran somewhere in the 4.3s, which is wild for someone his size. You don't often find that kind of length combined with that kind of explosiveness. It's rare, and rare gets noticed. If the Raiders can mold him into the right role, possibly within a scheme that emphasizes press coverage or deep zone responsibilities, he could become a valuable piece in the secondary. He's still developing, but the natural tools are all there. The takeaway? This rookie class is not just filler, it's the future. And from quarterbacks to defensive backs, the Silver and Black have a wave of fresh talent hungry to prove they belong. Let's dive deeper into the Raiders' defense, specifically the secondary, where there's more promise than people realize. There's been some talk lately that the cornerback room has taken a step back, but that narrative doesn't tell the whole story. Scheme matters, coaching matters, and for players like Darian Porter, fit is everything. Porter is still a bit of a mystery. With less than 700 college snaps under his belt, he's one of the more inexperienced prospects on the roster. But sometimes the unknown hides a gem. What we do know is that Porter was one of the highest-graded zone coverage players in the nation last season, and that alone puts him on the radar. When you watch him, the traits jump off the screen. Long frame, fast feet, smooth movement. He's got that natural ability you can't teach. And with the right system around him, he could absolutely blossom. The key will be consistency. If Porter gets the chance to stay in the same scheme for 2 or 3 years, one that plays to his strengths like a zone-heavy approach, he can develop into a starting-caliber cornerback. Bouncing from scheme to scheme, that's how young players lose their way. But the Raiders have shown they know how to develop talent. Remember Jacorian Bennett? Last year, he came into camp fast and fearless, earning early reps. Sure, he had some ups and downs adjusting to the NFL's speed, but by the end of the season, you could see the growth. That's what good coaching does. And this year, it feels like Porter might be handpicked for a similar journey. If the coaching staff, especially on defense, gets behind him the way they did with Bennett, we could be witnessing another breakout story in the making. Add to that other names like Isaiah Pola-Mao, Isaac Chime, and even Eric Stokes, a fifth-year player with length and zone instincts, and suddenly this group looks deeper than it gets credit for. Young guys like Trey Taylor and Chris Smith also bring potential, and time will tell how far they can go. The Raiders' secondary isn't perfect, but it's not a weakness either. It's a unit full of youth, speed, and upside, waiting for the right moment to shine. The wide receiver room in Las Vegas just got a lot more interesting. Let's start with Dante Thornton, a towering 6'4" target with blazing speed. This guy is a physical mismatch waiting to happen. Watching him glide through drills, it's clear. He's not just tall, he's explosive. He brings that rare combination of size and acceleration that defensive backs hate lining up against. Whether or not he becomes a polished receiver remains to be seen, but you can't coach raw traits like his. Now add Tommy Mellott to the mix, a versatile weapon who's already drawing comparisons to Swiss Army knife players. He's the kind of guy who can line up in the backfield, motion into the slot, or even take snaps under center in a pinch. While others are trying to figure out how to label him, the Raiders are finding ways to use him. What's exciting is how much variety this group brings. You've got Trey Tucker, a vertical burner who stretches defenses. You've got Thornton, who not only gets deep, but can climb the ladder for contested catches. Then there's Jack Beck, a guy who does the dirty work underneath, running clean posts, crossing routes, and taking hits over the middle. And of course, Jakobi Meyers, one of the most reliable hands in football. He doesn't drop passes, period.
But the intrigue doesn't stop there. Don't sleep on some of the young names already on the roster. Tyreek McAllister flashed explosiveness when he saw the field last preseason, and Keaton Remo turned heads in limited action as well. These aren't just camp bodies. They're potential contributors waiting for their chance. The Raiders are building something unique in their wide receiver core. It's not just about one superstar. It's about having options, versatility, and matchup nightmares across the board. Don't be surprised if this becomes one of the most underrated groups in the league. Something's brewing in Las Vegas, and it starts with the wide receivers. You don't always need a first-round pick to find star pass catchers. Some of the NFL's top wideouts were overlooked in the draft, and the Raiders may have a few of those under-the-radar gems on their hands right now. Dante Thornton immediately stands out, literally. At 6 feet 4 inches with elite acceleration, he's got the frame and the fluidity to become a dangerous vertical threat. He's not just tall, he's twitchy, explosive, and aggressive at the catch point. There's real upside here if the Raiders can mold him into a complete receiver. Then there's Jack Beck, a player the Raiders clearly had their eyes on. The team made strategic moves in the draft that suggest they had Beck circled the whole time. He's compact, strong, and runs sharp routes, clean footwork, quick breaks, and dependable hands. He may not grab headlines now, but there's something brewing with him. And while some rookies at minicamp might just be camp bodies, the Raiders staff is watching closely. These next few weeks are about more than just installing plays. It's about spotting the hidden talent that could crack the final 53. The wide receiver room is becoming a mosaic of specialized skill sets. Thornton brings height and deep speed. Beck adds short area quickness and toughness. Trey Tucker threatens with sheer pace. Jakobi Meyers is the safety valve who rarely drops a ball. Training camp will separate the hype from the truth, but make no mistake, this group is deep, varied, and competitive. And if even one of these undrafted or mid-round prospects hits, it changes the trajectory of the offense. This rookie class isn't just here to fill jerseys. They're here to earn roles and potentially surprise the league.